In his career, Chris Bosh has never had a triple-double. He is 3 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists shy of doing that this afternoon. This is Capital One at the half. The Raptors have never trailed. Their biggest lead was 17. It's down to 8 right now as we prepare to get ready for the second half. Anthony Parker, what a basketball odyssey his life has been. Originally a first-round draft pick, couldn't stick, went overseas. Now in his second year back, he's made himself a leader on this team as he looks at the state of the franchise and tells some great stories about his family.
Anthony Parker. Here's Parker. Elevates and scores. Anthony Parker. Parker. Oh, bang! With a slam dunk.
Things are going right now. You guys just came back from a tough road trip, and there's a lot of questions about how this team plays without Bosh when he's hurt. Are you concerned about how this team plays without Bosh?
Well, it's a different team. We're a different team without Chris Bosh. He's our franchise player. And without Chris, it was kind of like starting over again. We were struggling to try to find, how we can win games and how to score, how to be better defenders, how to rebound better. And we definitely made strides in all those categories. But it's just about, trying to close out the game and when we're in position to do that. And that's where we miss Chris the most as the trip went on.
Long term, if God forbid, as Raptor fans would say, something happened to this guy, do you think you can win this year without him?
Well, yeah, I think we can, and we've proven we have in the past. It's just about, there was a lot of factors coming together with going out west and playing five tough road games, with the addition of TJ back into the lineup and him trying to find his way after being out for so long, and then Chris being out, and all of those things coming together at the same time. It was a lot to adjust to, and these aren't excuses because I still think we had a lot of opportunities to win the game, but it's just the reality and things that we were dealing with as a team and our staff was dealing with as well.
It's well known about your sister Candace and what a terrific basketball player she is. I was reading some interesting quotes from your mom and your dad. Your dad was a player too in college, and they said that they were really demanding on you guys when you were younger. True?
True to an extent. I think when we made that decision to play basketball or anything in school, to be successful, they would say you have to do X, Y, and Z in order to get the results that you want. And if you're serious about getting the results, this is what you need to do. And once we committed to doing it, both in basketball and in the classroom, they stayed on us about, doing it.
If you slacked, what would happen?
Well, school-wise, basketball wouldn't happen. If you didn't get what you needed to get done in the classroom, basketball wasn't going to happen. And basketball-wise, if there was a practice or a game that, they thought that I didn't do what I needed to do effort-wise, or if I was making the same mistakes, there was some long rides home, it's just one of those things where I think my father and I, our worst arguments were over basketball. And I guess that's saying a lot, and it's good in a sense because, we got along so well in every other aspect. And we got along on the court as well. But growing up, my father was my coach, so we had that father-son coaching player relationship where he was kind of harder on me more than anybody else on the team.
He was a good player at Iowa. Did you play him one-on-one much?
We did. Growing up, we had our one-on-one battles. The first time I beat him was in 8th grade. I remember it, April 23rd. I remember it.
The dates?
I remember because he used to go hard. It wasn't like he would take it easy. When I beat him, I knew I beat him.
What did he say to you after you beat him that first time?
Oh, I was doing all the talking. He didn't say nothing.
Did you ever play your sister?
Well, my sister's 11 years younger than me, so growing up, it wasn't as competitive. she would tag along with me and my brother. We would play more. Now, we play a little bit more, and it's to the point where, you have to go hard. You can't play around because she'll embarrass you. Yeah, she can play. And a lot of people don't understand that. They think, oh, it's a girl, You have to be serious. Because she's almost as tall as me. She's long, she's athletic. And, skill-wise, she's pretty skilled. So, she's embarrassed a lot of my friends and a lot of people that we've taken her to courts and play. And she's embarrassed a lot of people.
What still drives you?
God has been so good to me and blessed me with all these wonderful opportunities, even when, things weren't going great. I felt like I was still being blessed and being overseas and that whole experience and coming back. And I think not making it in the NBA the first time and going overseas, and this time around it makes you appreciate things a lot more. Playing wise, I just love to play. I would play if I didn't get paid for it. But to be a part of all of this in the NBA, in Toronto, in such a great city, and play with a group of teammates that I love to play with. I mean, we really have a good time, and the fans have just been unbelievable. I mean, it's a great opportunity, and I don't think you need much more motivation than that.
Oh, he is such a picture of the value of perseverance, and openly admits he wasn't good enough to play when he first showed up. Boy, he's more than good enough to play now. Sam Mitchell and the second half still to come.